All right, how well does sunscreen stay on after swimming, after taking a bath? Well, I hope you'd reapply it after you take a bath, and more importantly, after sweating, too. And what about this whole SPF stuff? Is there a difference between waterproof and water-resistant, sunblock, sunscreen? We're doing a little Sunblock 101 this morning with Dr. Angela Sanchez from the Lovelace Medical Group. Good morning, doctor. It's good to see you.
Thank you for inviting me.
It is our pleasure. Sunblock, we all know it's important. And a lot of times folks are getting in the pools right now. So question, true or false, is sunscreen really waterproof?
So your skin is like a sponge,
Okay.
so it's really hard to seal it off. So if you're really thinking about waterproof, no, it's not waterproof. However, the FDA has defined water-resistant products versus waterproof products.
Okay.
So the FDA says that products that are water-resistant need to be reapplied after 40 minutes to maintain their sun protection factor.
Every 40 minutes?
Every 40 minutes.
Wow. Okay.
If you're in the water. And products that are waterproof need to be reapplied after 80 minutes.
Okay. So either way, you're looking at least once every hour, hour and a half. Tops, you need to be reapplying this stuff.
If you're in the water. Now,
Yeah.
if you come out of the water and towel off, you need to reapply.
Okay. What about if you just let yourself dry off naturally?
Every 40 minutes for water resistant, every 80 minutes for waterproof.
Can you put this stuff on too much if you're going to be outside for a while?
No.
No? Okay. So really it's not going to be like, oh, it's going to, because I know some people don't like the chemicals in sunblock or sunscreen.
Right.
And they're like, I don't want to put too much on. But really, you're saying you can't really do that.
You can't do too much. And for people who want to avoid the chemicals, you know, we always suggest wear sleeves, wear a hat.
Yeah.
Stay out of the sun when the sun's rays are most intense, between the hours of 10 and 2.
Okay. All right, good stuff. So let's talk about some of the sunblock you brought today. A lot of these are kinds you can buy at Walmart, Target, drugstore, whatever. Is one kind better than another when it comes to brands? I know there's generic stuff. There's a name brand with like Banana Boat or Copper Tone. Does it make a difference?
So there's 3 different things to look for.
Okay.
First is SPF, so that's sun protection factor. You want something that's at least 30.
Okay.
SPF greater than 30 probably doesn't give you that much more protection.
Yeah, because I see stuff that's like even at 100, and some of the stuff gets kind of expensive. You have a 50 there. There's even a 70, but you're saying may not be worth the money.
SPF of 30 blocks 90%, greater than 90% of the sun's rays.
Okay.
So at least 30 is the first factor.
Okay, what else do we need to look for?
Number 2 is sunscreen versus sunblock.
What's the difference?
So sunscreens have chemicals that actually absorb the sun's rays. These are things like avobenzone and oxybenzone. You can always read the active ingredients on the back of a bottle.
Okay.
So those are sunscreens.
Okay, yeah, this one would be a sunscreen then. Well, or is it both? Because it has, yeah. Well, you tell me. You're
it says sunscreen on the front. So what makes it a sunblock is titanium dioxide or zinc oxide.
And that is better?
That's a chemical agent that actually blocks the sun's rays. So we think of like that bullfrog sunscreen that the lifeguards would wear across their nose.
It's very whitish.
And they even make them in colors for kids, which is fun, but they're heavy and greasy and sometimes can clog pores, so people don't like those very much.
Do they work, or are they necessarily better?
The combination of those ingredients is really the best thing because it blocks both UVA and UVB rays. Most of the products that you see here have some sunblock ingredients and some sunscreen ingredients.
Okay, but those, like you talked about the bullfrog, or there's some stuff I find like at the athletic shop that's made to be outside for a little bit longer, very heavily sweat proof.
Well, and those tend to be those waterproof agents. So the third thing you're looking for is the difference between water resistance and waterproofing.
Okay.
So that's what we talked about, the time factor.
Gotcha. So very important. And again, I think the biggest thing you talk about is just keep putting this stuff on.
Reapply, and when you've been in the sun for a couple of days, put on some sleeves.
Yeah.
They make clothing. It comes from several different places that can be long sleeved. This has a 50 SPF embedded.
And it's very, it kind of wicks away the moisture from sweating. Yeah.
Especially kids. You want to put your kids in rash guards if they've been in the sun for a couple of days.
Yep. Yeah, these are very good. They're kind of comfortable. They're cool. They're kind of stylish. They're great. For more information on all of this, head to KASA.com. Click on the KASA blog. Dr. Sanchez, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming in and talking about the sunblock. So important.